Hello friends, it's Zoe and welcome to this month's bullet journaling plan with me. This setup is going to be short and sweet because I'm catching a flight in a couple hours, but I still wanted to film this video this morning and edit it and post it because I don't want to leave you guys hanging. Did I have time to film this days ago? Yes. Are we going to talk about that? No. Will I ever stop being a procrastinator? Only time will tell. Which is exactly how a procrastinator would answer that question, but yes, as we are on a time crunch, this setup is very simple. I just used my handy brown zebra Mildliner and basically did the same old layout as I always do, starting with the monthly calendar spread. I just drew a simple calendar layout and then decorated the whole page with these cute pastry breakfast stickers that I've had literally for years now, and I've been wanting to make a breakfast theme for actual years, so I'm glad to finally be able to make this theme for y'all and just have fun with the stickers. I didn't want to spend too much time drawing because, as I mentioned, I don't have a lot of time. But yeah, this whole setup took me about 20 minutes to do, and I'm only actually doing 2 spreads for September. I'm not going to be doing the weekly spread just because I kind of have a chaotic and free-flowing month ahead, so I didn't really want to set up the rigid weekly calendar spread. Also, I'm not really bringing my bullet journal on my flight, so I don't really need it. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys at the end of the video, if you stick around, how I've been filling out my yearly trackers, like my book logs, my movie logs, all those spreads that I set up in the beginning of the year at the beginning of my bullet journal. I am not a perfect bullet journaler and I often get behind on my pages, so I wanted to catch up and film myself catching up on it so you guys can see how I fill it out and kind of see them in action. I usually film a flip through at the end of the year, but I figured why not show you guys what the trackers are looking like in the middle of the year. But yeah, on to the next spread. I'm doing the same thing as I'm doing last month with my habits tracker on the left side and the September recap spread on the right side. I will be doing 6 habits this month. I'm not exactly sure which 6 yet, but I will figure it out. And then on the right side, I have those 3 rows where I write down my highlight of the month, my low of the month, and my buffalo, which is something random that I just think would be shout out worthy. And then I have a lot of extra space for just kind of free writing for my goals this month, like things that I want to get done this month. I'll put on the left side underneath my habits, and then on the right side I have a lot more space for my highlights of the month, so anything else I want to write about and can quickly see as I flip through my bullet journal. So that's basically all I'm going to be doing for my September so far. I know it's not much, very minimal, but it's realistic. You know, some months I have more time to do a more elaborate setup and some months I just don't, and that's life. So I want to flip back and show you guys my index. So I've been keeping track of the months and I write down the page number of that month when that month started. And then I also finished watching Queen of Tears, so I'm just writing the end date and then the number of stars I rated it on my watch log. And then I also finished a book which I read over the course of 3 days, so using my brown marker I just colored in the boxes for those 3 days and then wrote the title and author of the book, and then I also indicated the finishing of a book with a check mark on the last day that I read it. And then for my top 10 playlist spread, I am just writing down my top 10 songs of July. Actually, this is pretty late. I feel like August flew by. But yeah, usually I track my Spotify listening using the website called Last.fm. I've talked about them before, but I think it's really fun way to see your stats throughout the year. It's kind of like a Spotify Wrapped, but every week. But I've also seen people use like Receptify and other websites like that to track their listening. Or you can literally just look at your playlists and see what music you've been listening to there. And Spotify also has like that on repeat playlist, so you can also look at that if you don't know what your top 10 songs would be. And then for my keep in touch spread, I usually just look back at my call history and then write down the names of the people, the dates, and if I FaceTimed them or called them or sent them a letter. And then my themes page, this actually was a surprise how much I loved this page, but it's coming along super nicely and I'm just excited. I can't believe like the year feels like it's going to be almost over, like that's crazy. We are like 2/3 of the way done with the year. That's crazy. We've done so many themes this year and I'm just so happy that you guys have been keeping up with the videos. And yeah, and then I'm still filling out my July. Pretty behind on that, but the highlight of that month was definitely when my friends from college visited me in New Jersey. So that was really cool. I got to show them around and show them to my favorite spots and stuff. But yeah, basically that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching and sticking with me, and I hope to see you in the next video. I have a ton of videos coming out. I have my Taiwan videos coming out, which I'm super excited about. I know some bullet journal people don't really watch the vlogs, but if you do, shout out, you're a real one. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.